gang, today I want to talk to you about the Cyber Week offers in Marvel Contest of Champions for 2023. So we have basically 3 different stores we need to look at, and I have 3 different things that I want you to keep in mind when thinking about whether or not to purchase any of these offers. The first thing is you don't have to buy any of them. If you're free to play, don't worry about it. This is all just extra stuff. If we're talking about the offers that are for units and you don't want to buy any of those, with your hard-earned units you've won from the arena or whatever, don't worry about it. No big deal. You're not missing out. They are offers. They are not deals. People often refer to them as the deals. If you miss out on a deal, then it feels like you're missing out on something, and that doesn't feel good. If you just don't buy an offer, that's not the same thing as missing out. These are all offers. They are not deals. They're just not. So don't worry about that too much. The second thing I want to talk about is if you are going to spend, don't spend outside of your means, because if you're a multimillionaire and you pick up all these offers, still probably kind of dumb to do, frankly, but it's your money. Do whatever you want. If this isn't going to affect you in any way, isn't going to affect your family or your rent or any other important things, don't worry about it. Spend the money how you want. It's a hobby. We can spend all sorts of money in very stupid ways. I've done so many times in my life. The third factor and thing that I want to talk about is depreciation, because all of these offers that you pick up right now and all of the things you pick up from the offers are going to depreciate, and they're going to depreciate quickly. Soon, within about a month, we will be having the banquet event, and that will be better off spending your units and your cash most likely on those purchases. Now, that will be based a little bit on randomness and luck. So these are offers that are going to be a sure thing, but if you're a bit of a gambler, the offers for the banquet are going to be better, and the rewards that you're grabbing right now, or the things you're using for rank up materials, that kind of stuff, are going to depreciate a bit by that month. They're going to depreciate even more by the spring cleaning event, which we know Kabam will do, and they're going to depreciate dramatically by July 4th, which we know Kabam will do and have another big offer, and then by this time next year, they'll probably be totally outdated at that point. So just keep that in mind. You don't need to buy any of these things. 1, 2, don't spend more than you have to, or than you can afford to, rather. And 3, these are all going to depreciate. So keep that stuff in mind. All right, so let's go ahead and start out by looking at the in-game unit store. And if we scroll down actually to the first offer here, we have a pretty decent deal for $5. You can buy 5 of these. 50 sig stones is not bad, and enough for a featured crystal. As far as a 6-star goes, is great. By the way, these are all for the Paragon offers. I am currently at the Paragon level of advancement or whatever in this game, so the offers are going to look somewhat different if you are a Thronebreaker or Cavalier or an uncollected player. I don't have access to those because I've already graduated on to the Paragon level. I haven't gotten to Valiant yet, but these are the Paragon offers. So these, I think, are pretty much the same across the Valiant ones too. There is like one different one, and I'm not sure if I can show that to you guys, but there is someone who mentioned it. It is a cash-only offer, and it didn't seem like it's that impressive anyways, so I wouldn't totally worry about. Anyways, as far as the Peter Parker's wallet goes, I like this one. It's not bad. You got 50 sig stones. It's $5. You got a featured crystal if you want it. There you go. The next one up, 10 Paragon crystals and tier 5 class catalyst selector. This one for $10, I don't really like that one too much. The Paragon crystals, I mean, that's $1 a crystal basically, plus then the tier 5 class catalyst selectors, 3 of which, that's better than you're ever going to get for Paragon crystals in game. Otherwise, it's much cheaper, but this is just very RNG dependent. If you need tier 5 class catalysts, you could do that, but I think there's some to be purchased in the other stores. I pay attention to that instead. This one here, the Tony Stark's briefcase, the 7-star Hero Crystal Shards. All right, that's enough for like a third of one. That's not terrible. Again, we have tier 5 class catalyst selectors, fewer than the one before, but we have, which is much more, what we have, which is much more important, are these tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha and the tier 5 basic. That is not absolutely the best offer in here, but if you only had $30 to spend, I would probably spend it on this rather than getting the Paragon ones. So the next one up, Black Panther's Treasure, $50 in the USA here. We have 5 of each of those and 3 tier 6 class catalyst selectors. I think this one might be the best value for me personally. Not necessarily for my account, but just in general, I think this might be one of the best values because you get 2 more than you did for 30 bucks, but you get 3 tier 6 class catalyst selectors. That's a big deal. Make sure if you're going to open up any of the other things and you're a little short of the class catalyst, you need to rank up those champions, that you do that first, open your crystals first, and then come back if you're going to pick up this offer. The next one being the Allfather Odin's Vault. And this one we have Titan Shards, a flat out 7-star crystal, and the big money item for Cyber Week this year, which is the tier 4 alpha class catalyst, or catalyst rather, not class catalyst. You need this to rank up to rank 3 a champion, a 7-star champion. And you're going to need to get this not only 4 times, but you're also going to either then need to pick up the offer from the Kabam website store, or you're going to need to pick up one of the in-game offers. Finally, we have this one here for relics. I mean, you got to be like the biggest, blubberiest of the whales to get this one. If you care about relic prestige, you don't need my opinion on this one. You're going for that anyways. Personally, I will definitely not pick that up. So there is one other thing to note, which is that if you pick up all of these offers for cash, every single one of them, not including the relic one there, but you'd have to spend, you have to spend this much money and you get all of the offers, the cash ones. And for that, you get a selector for a 7-star champion, anyone who is in the original launch of the base pool. Do I think that's a good offer? It's better than the 7-star, like a 6-star Jessica Jones or Weapon Flex and how those used to be. Do I think that anyone should do that? Probably not. I mean, if you're going to do it anyways, then sure, go for it. And it's fun, but should people really do that? I mean, I wouldn't advise it. So, unless maybe you're bald and bearded and making videos on YouTube for a living. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at Kabam's web store and see what is going on with that. So here we have the underground market, and if you click on it, it'll show you exactly what's in there. And it is all of the exact same things as are in the in-game unit store. It's just that they have a few more units with them. So if you look at this for the Allfather Odin, it has 3410 rather than the 3100 that you get in the in-game one. Also, it has the final fragments you need if you do not want to pick up one of the ones in store. So for the tier 4 alpha catalyst, because we need 3 of those, and when you combine this 22,800, you multiply it by 5, that gives you 3, because the catalysts are 57,000 for one of them. So that'll give you 3, and that's how it all adds up. If you just want to spend a flat out $500 and get the most units possible to spend on doing Necropolis or for the banquet event or for whatever you want to spend your units on, this is the way you want to go. You want to get this plus the 4 in the store and forget all the other offers. Say you were spending $500. You also do have this free Zemo here, and they're giving this out to everyone in the game. I do like that they decided to do this. They're just leaning into the Zemo Gate thing. I think it's kind of hilarious, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. There is nothing wrong with this store. This is all totally legit. I'll hit get for free, and then it will, show up pretty much, I think, right away. If we go and check this out, do I need to restart my game? Nope, there it is. Right away, store purchase. This is how these items come to you, and then we get a Zemo selector, I guess. Does it select it based on my progression? So yes, I'm picking the 6-star. That's just, it doesn't, I already have them, doesn't matter. So that might have been, oh yeah, you ranked up a little bit. Got some 7-star crystal shards, so that's cool. As far as the rest of the store goes, there are, make sure you don't buy these ones, because these are the ones that do not have it attached. These are just the regular unit store ones. So make sure you get the underground market ones. But while you're here, also, you might as well, and if you haven't done it yet, go down and get your Paragon Daily Crystal. Paragon Daily Crystal, just like that. Fantastic. Love getting free things in the video game, of course. So then we have the in-game store, and that is going to be the underground market here. And then let's talk about these offers. What you're going to need to do is get a level of these offers before you can go on to the next level of offers. I honestly think it's just nicer to look at it this way, with this awesome infographic that was made by the awesome Cat Murdoch. You can see down there. Shout out to Cat Murdoch. This is for the Paragon or Valiant level offers. They are different for Thronebreaker and for Cavalier. And you can also find those if you go to Reddit and look up this. It'll have it on there for you. I could probably post a link down below or something. But the offers you can pick up are for 1,000 units, you get a tier class catalyst crystal, which is random, and then a selector for 50% for 1,000 units. That one, it's okay. It's not great. That's the equivalent of 33 bucks for 1.5, but one of it's random. I don't like that one that much. I don't know that I'm going to pick that up. The next one over is for 5,000. Oh, and you need to spend 5,000 units to unlock the second tier. So you can do any combination of that, or you can just buy this 5,000 offer right here. This one is a generic 4 to 5 rank up gem and half the dust you need to ascend to champion. That seems really expensive to me as well for something that you can get out of doing a Path of the Necropolis. You can probably do a Path of the Necropolis for 5,000 units if you're somewhat skilled. I don't really think that's a great offer either. Next one over is Titan Shards and a selector for a tier 6 class catalyst. Yeah, I don't love that either, honestly. For 2,000 units, it's not great, but I mean, at least you're getting the selector for a full selector and you're getting the Titan Shards. Next one over is a 7-star crystal for 3,500 units. That's lame. If you look at that and instead you think about it, if you're spending money, it's $100 to get that 7-star, plus you get Titan Shards, plus you get the fragments for the other thing for $100, whereas the equivalent of more than $100, and it's just one 7-star crystal and some gold. I don't like that too much. I'm also discounting all the gold personally because I don't need any of it, so that's not a deciding factor. Then the final one is a limit of 4, so you could spend 2,000 units that way and get a tier 6 class catalyst, a tier 3 alpha catalyst, and 25 dust for ascension. That one I like the most out of any of them. In order to move on to the next level, you do have to spend 5,000 units. So as far as how I would do that, probably would get all 4 of that final bundle, and that'd be 2,000, and then maybe do the one with the Titan and the selector and one with the other one. I don't know. It's not great. I don't love it. It's totally fine to pass on all of these. All right, let's look at the next level down. We have for 5,000, and this one you need to spend a total of 15,000, so you need to pick up at least 2 of these to get up to 15,000. For this one, we have a loyalty crystal, which has a total of 6 champions in it, which has some good champions in there like Void and Black Cat. I would love to dupe those champions for 5,000 units though. And again, yeah, get some dust and some gold and some ISO. Like, I don't love it. For the purposes of YouTube, I might end up doing it, but I don't love it. We have the second one, which has 28,500 of the tier 4 alpha catalysts. So this is what's required if you purchase all 4 of the offers in the regular in-game unit store, and you do not do the one from the webpage, then you would need to pick up this offer to get the rest of the catalysts, which were necessary to rank up your champion. As you can see, the next level down too, you do need to spend an extra 3,000 to get the third catalyst too. So you got to spend 18 to get all of that together. But you get 8,000 Titan crystal shards for that. It's okay. I like the next one over a lot more. It has 6 of the tier 4 or tier 3 alpha catalyst, and of the tier 6 basic, you get selectors for 4 tier 6 class catalysts. You get 100. I like that one. That one's probably my favorite offer out of that. The next one over is the 2,500 unit one. Now this one, I would say if you do not have a Hercules, I would say you should probably do this one. This one's great. It has an Era selector, which is fantastic. It has the Abyss Nexus crystal selector, which is great as well. You cannot pick out Aegon from this because it's from the years 2019, 20, and 21, I believe, or 22. But Aegon was released the year before, so if you're hoping to pick him out of the selector to just straight up select him for using the Necropolis, that's not going to work. Don't go that route. If you don't have Hercules, though, I would say just absolutely get that. The only time we've seen a better offer was just for cash for $30 to straight up choose your Hercules. And if you don't spend money in the game, you're free to play. Well, obviously that is not going to apply to you. If you don't have Hercules, you have the units you've been grinding around for, or grinding from arena and so forth, I would definitely pick up this offer. I think it's great. It also comes with a 3 to 4 rank up gem. It comes with an awakening gem crystal that's just generic, and 200 sig stones. If you don't have Hercules, boom, right there, you got him at rank 3 or rank 4 rather. Just like that. You can use the Abyss one to try and go for skill 4 Aegon if you want to, but I think the main value in this is for going for Hercules. If you don't have him, he really does just make content that much easier. He allows you to get more rewards that much more quickly. I would absolutely pick this up if I was a player who did not have Hercules yet. And I don't know, we could look at see what the, let's see, you know, we're going to take a quick little diversion here, and we're going to see what the offers are for Cavalier and for Thronebreaker. So taking a look at this, now I'm not going to do a complete breakdown of all of these ones, but we do have the offer if you spent 15,000 units to do 18,000 and get that same selector. So I would do that if you are Thronebreaker. Oh, and that is if you're Thronebreaker or Cavalier. We do have that offer, so that's good. And then Prove and Conquer Uncollected. You still actually do have that offer over here. Wow, okay. That's pretty good. Either way, if you don't have Hercules and you get 18,000 units to spend, I would do that. All right, let's go back to the Paragon and Valiant offers, though, for the final round of this. This is if you spent 15,000 units, then you can do these offers here, where you're getting a class selector 7-star with 4,000 Titan crystal shards. It's okay. It's not terrible. This is the one you want to do if you want to rank up your champion to rank 3. You need this catalyst. You still get the 4,000 Titan crystal shards. That's fine. This one, a 1 to 2 gem and 1,500. Fine. The 1 to 2 resources are probably more valuable than the random crystal, because you don't know what you're gonna get out of crystal. So say like me, you want to go for Hulk and you choose to open up science, and then you just end up and you have an awakened Ant-Man. Yeah. And then finally, this last part is the Valiant exclusive offer. So you need to have become Valiant at the time of going in and looking at these, which the only way to do that is to either buy all of these offers to get your second rank 3 champion, or have 100% completed the Necropolis. One completion will give you 1 rank 3, and 100% completion will give you 2. This could be your third one right here. I am fortunate that this offer is pretty much just garbage for me. It has a 4 to 5 rank up gem for a 6-star champion, which is fine. It's generic. And then 200 Ascension Dust, you can ascend a champion, and it has a Titan crystal for 6,000 units. Basically $200. I don't need any of that. That Titan crystal could just be a Colossus. You could save it, but it's just nothing that I absolutely have to have, and I'm just not super excited about it. So I kind of like that, because I pulled a 2 to 3 cosmic rank up gem from my first completion of Necropolis. I don't really want to use it on any of the champions I have. I kind of want to save it and use it for the Maestro when I do 100% completion. If I had really thought this offer was really, really valuable, then I would have gone ahead and gotten it. But since I don't, and I don't really care about it, then I can just save and 100% complete that and use it on him and call it good. So Kabam said that this was not going to be a game-changing offer, and they were truthful. So I think that's a good thing. I know there's going to be some people who are disappointed in that, but for me, I like it. Overall, none of these offers are absolutely game-breaking. The ones that we got on July 4th of 2023 were pretty much account-changing, where someone could just come in and buy 4 to 5 gems for different classes and rank up resources and just go wild, and they would be advanced beyond a free-to-play player, like Brian Grant said, who's been playing for years. And I don't think the community liked that very much. I think they got a lot of pushback about that. And so this one, they seemed to tone it down a bit. They also always do want to have different identities and different feelings for their different sales of the year. I think this one was, while somewhat disappointing for some people who were hoping for things like, I would have taken a bunch of class gems and been excited about that and ranking up 6-star champions that way, because I've been saving my resources that you can use for either 6-star rank 5s or rank 2s or 3s as 7 stars. I've been saving it all for 7 stars, counting on or hoping that they would have 4 to 5 gems here on Cyber Week, and they really didn't have that many. But that's okay too, because it doesn't really unbalance the game, and it means I don't have to feel like I have to buy any of this kind of stuff. So as far as what I'm going to do, well, I have almost 40,000 units there. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Not sure what we're going to do. If the next video after this is me opening a bunch of crystals, don't be surprised, because realistically speaking, well, I got to make content, right? So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that is my thoughts for this year's Cyber Week deals. And it'll be nice to be able to look back at this next year and see what the offers are that year and see how they've changed and everything. If you do go ahead and buy some of this stuff, then I hope you get the best of luck, and you can pop what you got, your results down in the comments below. Please subscribe and like if you've made it this far, and have a great Cyber Week, guys. Cheers.